All right, Shalom. I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashum, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashum, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashum, Yahweh Shai. And peace and blessings unto the elect. Okay, this video is being done to add on to the spirit that Job is not an Edomite. Okay, just another video to support the fact and to push out the fact that Job is not an Edomite, but in fact is an Israelite. Okay, I watched the Apostle of Rhyme Law, the video that he did about Job is not an Edomite. Also, the video that the brother from GMS Hawaii did. I also watched the video. The brother from GMS Hawaii. I watched the video that he did concerning Job is not an Edomite, and I also watched the brother from Houston, the video that he did concerning Job is not an Edomite. Okay, and all I want to do was, like I said, add on to the spirit, pushing that out there, that energy that Job is not a Edomite. Okay, so I'm gonna get straight into the scriptures. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So this is Job chapter 1, verse 1. It says, "There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, one that feared Yahweh and eschewed evil." Okay, if you're upright or perfect and upright and one that feared the Most High and eschewed evil, that means you would have to, in order for you to be that way, it's only one way to do that, and that's to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, and like the brother from Houston brought out, only Israel were given the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, and it's in their spirit to keep certain laws. Okay, if you go to the book of Romans, I believe the second chapter, it talks about the how the Gentiles, I'm roughly paraphrasing, they kept certain laws by nature. Now it's not worded like that, but matter of fact, let me get it real quick. This is Romans chapter 2 and verse 14. It says, "For when the Gentiles which have not the law," and these Gentiles are talking about the Israelites that were in a Gentile state of mind, not the actual Gentiles. These are Israelites. So again, when the Gentiles which have not the law do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves. In a nutshell, it's saying that the Israelite foreigners, or the Israelites that were in a Gentile state of mind, they kept certain laws by nature because they were Israelites. Okay? So it's in the nature of an Israelite to do certain things and keep certain laws. Okay, just being an Israelite, even if you don't know the all the different laws, statutes, and commandments, it's certain things by nature you're gonna do. Okay, so going back to Job, Job had knowledge of the law, statutes, and commandments because that's the only way you can be upright. Okay, that's the way you show that you fear the Most High, is by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, now what I want to do, well, what I'll do is I got a few precepts I want to bring out to support that. Okay, so this is first I want to go to Romans chapter 4 verse 15, and it reads, "Because the law worketh wrath, for where no law is, there is no transgression." Okay, you know what? Salakia. I'm gonna bring that out in just a second. Let me go back to the book of Job and bring out another scripture before I get to those precepts. So Salakia for that. This is Job chapter 1, verse 20. And the brother from Hawaii, now I forget your name, so Salakia. But that brother had brought out these scriptures, okay? these verses. I'm gonna read them again, and I want to bring these verses out so that I can bring out the precepts that I had begun to bring out. Romans 4:15. So this is Job chapter 1 verse 20. It says, then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshiped and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord Yahweh gave, and the Lord Yahweh hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord Yahweh. In all this, Job sinned not, nor charged Yahweh foolishly. So in order for you to sin, or not to sin, I'm sorry, in order for you not to sin, in order for you to eschew evil, in order for you to be upright and to fear the Most High, that all goes into you keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. You have to have knowledge of the law, okay? Now that brings me to the precepts that I was going to starting to bring out. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it out. This is Romans 4:15, and it reads, because the law worketh wrath, for where no law is, there is no transgression. So it's telling you, in order for you to sin or transgress, which means to break the law, okay, yeah, in order for you to sin, or in order for you to transgress the law, you have to know the law. Okay? There's no other way. So in order, and the Edomites wasn't given the law. All right? The Edomite, wasn't one Edomite that kept the way of Jacob, because it's not in his spirit. It tell you in Genesis the 25th chapter that he separated that they were separated from the bowels, meaning Jacob and Esau. Oh, I'm sorry, separated from the womb. That's how it's okay. And they had two totally different spirits. It ain't just one Edomite that slipped through the cracks and had a different spirit, which was Job. No, Job was an Israelite. It tell you in the Apocrypha, I don't know exactly where it's at, but it say that the Most High separated the light from the darkness with an adamant. And if you look that word up, if I'm saying it correctly, it's a solid stone, okay? And with the Most High saying it I think it's in the book of Sirach somewhere. I could find it, but I'm not gonna look for it at this time. But it basically say that the Most High separated the light from the darkness with a adamant, okay? And that's a very solid sharp stone, and you can't break through that. You can't break through the stone, okay? So there's no lightness is not gonna creep over past that adamant, which that's this symbolic way that the Most High used uh in the book of Sirach, okay? A symbolic way that the Most High worded that light cannot cross over into darkness, and darkness cannot cross over into light, okay? Because I looked that word up a while back, and it's dealing with a stone, a very hard stone, okay? So it say that the Most High separated the light and darkness with an adamant, okay? And Esau is of the dark, Jacob is of the light, because we have the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, okay? And ultimately, Yahweh shall come out of Jacob, and he's the light that's gonna shed his light upon first the elect, and then eventually all the whole nation of Israel will be under that light, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures. One Edomite is not gonna slip past the adamant to get over into the light. Okay? So back to the point that I was making through the scripture, Romans 4:15. You have to have knowledge of the law in order to not sin or to transgress. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead. I got another precept. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 56. Okay? It reads, the sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. Okay, so it tells you that, it's telling you, this is just another way of wording Romans 4 and 15. The second part of this verse says, the strength of sin is the law. Meaning sin holds no weight if there's no law. Meaning there's nothing for you to break or to transgress without a law being there. And the Edomites didn't get the law. Okay? It tells you how Job was doing burnt sacrifices. I didn't read it, but if you read the first chapter, it tells you that he can continually he burnt sacrifices. The Edomites not worried about burning no sacrifices to the Most High back then, man. Okay, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you're spiritual, you can definitely see just by the characteristics of Job that he had the law. Obviously, he had the law, and he was keeping the law, and he was and he was an upright man through keeping the law, and he was a man by nature that was about serving the Most High. Okay, and got another scripture. This is Amos. I just want to bring that out to drive that point home. Only Israel, the nation Israel, had the laws, statutes, and commandments. Going back to when the Most High set up Moses to go up on Mount Sinai to get the law. Okay? So Israel had knowledge of the law. So it was no way that the scriptures would be talking about Job not sinning and living upright and eschewing evil if he didn't have the law. Okay, he had the law. He was performing the law, statutes, and commandments. The Edomites didn't have the law. Okay? It's not one Edomite that was keeping the way of Jacob, going all the way back to Jacob and Esau, that just decided, you know what, I'm going to be this one Edomite that keeps the law and live upright, the law of the Israelites. Get the hell out of here, man. All right, this is Amos chapter 3, verse 2. It says, you only have I known of all the families. Well, let me start from the first verse. Amos 3 and 1, it says, hear this word that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore will I punish you for all your iniquities. How did the Most High know, or how does the Most High know Israel? Through the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, that's the connection, okay, between the Israelites and the Most High. Okay, that's how we get to know the Most High, through the law, statutes, and the commandments, which is you keep that to show your faith in Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and to prove that that's what it's saying, it says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Then it goes on to say, therefore will I punish you for all your iniquities. It's letting you know that it's talking about the Most High known Israel through the law, statutes, and the commandments. Okay, so I'm just bringing that scripture out to support the fact that only the Israelites had the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, not any other nation, and especially the Edomites. They'll be the last nation that'll try to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Okay. Last scripture. What I want to do, I'm gonna go back to the book of Job. Job 1 and 21. I'm gonna read it again. It says, and said, naked came I, this is Job saying, and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord Yahweh gave, and the Lord Yahweh has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord Yahweh. So that's telling you that Job was using the name Yahweh, okay? Because the name right there, if you look it up, is Yahweh. And the heathens are not going to use the name of the Most High. The Edomite is not going to use the name of the Most High. So I'm gonna end it on this scripture right here. This is Malachi chapter 1, verse 14. I'm sorry, Malachi chapter 1, verse 14. I was in Micah. All right, Malachi 1 and 14, it reads, "But cursed be the deceiver which had in his flock a male, and vow it, and sacrifice it unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, said the Lord of hosts," or the Lord Yahweh of hosts, "and my name is dreadful among the heathen." If Job was an Edomite, that make him a heathen, okay? And the scripture is telling you that the name of Yahweh is dreadful among the heathen, meaning they're not going to be using the name, okay? And it tell you over here in Job 1 and 21 that Job said, "Blessed be the name Yahweh," okay? So with that, that's it. Like I said, I just want to further push out the spirit that Job is not an Edomite, and support the videos that went out about Job is not an Edomite. With that, I hope this short lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone, the men that taught us this truth through the Spirit. And peace and blessings on to the elect. Shalom.